Dombey and Son. From London, we present an 8-part radio adaptation of the novel by Charles Dickens. Part 6, in which Miss Nipper speaks out.
A husband resolved to dominate and be obeyed, a wife determined not to be subdued. Such was the marriage of Mr. Dombey and that beautiful young widow, Edith Granger. It was not, however, till some 2 months after their return from their honeymoon that the first open disagreement between them occurred. Mr. Dombey had given a big dinner by way of a housewarming. His guests, including a number of important people, many of them valued associates in his business. But to them all, Edith had behaved with a haughty aloofness which had not escaped her husband's eye. And now, with the exception of Mr. Carker, his manager, all the guests have departed.
Well, I must be on my way, too. I trust, Mrs. Dombey, that the fatigue of this delightful evening will not inconvenience you tomorrow.
Not at all, Mr. Carker.
Carker, I feel that Mrs. Dombey has sufficiently spared herself to relieve you of any anxiety of that kind. I regret to say, Mrs. Dombey, that I wish you could have fatigued yourself more on this occasion. Some of those, madam, whom you have seen fit to slight...
Sir, I think you forget that Mr. Carker is here, not to mention my mother and your daughter, Florence.
Oh, my dear Dombey, my sweetest Edith.
I really must go.
No, Carker, I beg that you do not. Mr. Carker, madam, possesses my full confidence. I beg to tell you in his presence that I consider your conduct tonight...
Oh, no, Mr. Dombey. I must beg, I must demand to be released. Slight and unimportant as this difference is...
Just so, my dear Dombey, as our excellent friend Mr. Carker says, any difference between you and my daughter, with the heart you possess in common, must be slight.
Forgive me, Mrs. Newton. I must point out to your daughter that her conduct this evening has not been to my liking and must be corrected.
Oh, my dearest
And I do so in Mr. Carker's presence, that he may be witness of my words. That is all. Good night to you, Carker.
The effect of this painful scene upon Florence may well be imagined. Florence had hoped for so much from her father's second marriage. But Mr. Carker, for all his judicious protests, went on his way very well pleased. Already, little by little, Mr. Dombey's business had come largely under his control. And since for some years he had been in receipt of a proportion of its profits, he had accumulated quite a sizable little fortune. And now, Mr. Dombey, driven by his overweening pride and self-importance, was admitting him into his domestic affairs also. Carker well knew that at present Edith Dombey disliked him, but he regarded her as the most beautiful and desirable woman he had ever seen. And if Mr. Dombey persisted in his folly, might not he, Carker, gradually win her confidence? Yes, Mr. Carker's cunning brain was very busy as he rode home that night. A woman such as Mrs. Dombey was hardly likely to be reduced to submission by such arrogant and insulting treatment as her husband had employed. Nor was she. The months passed, and the situation between Mr. and Mrs. Dombey steadily worsened.
Mrs. Dombey, I must beg leave for a few words with you.
Not now. It's late. Tomorrow.
You mistake your position, madam. I am accustomed to choose my own time.
And I mine. I am about to retire to bed. Be good enough to leave me.
No, Mrs. Dombey. It is necessary that there should be some understanding between us. Your conduct does not please me. Pray understand distinctly, I will be deferred to and obeyed, both publicly and in private. I insist upon it.
You insist? To me?
I am accustomed to insist to my connections and dependents.
And which may you be pleased to consider me?
As my wife you are both, madam. I consider it no unreasonable return for the worldly advancement I have bestowed upon you. A lady of family, certainly, but of no fortune whatever.
I see. Thank you, sir. And now perhaps you will go.
Not yet. I have not finished.
Well?
Your mother's health has of late been very indifferent.
Yes, that is so.
Her doctors, as no doubt you know, have recommended a change of air. Mr. Carker has been good enough to go down to Brighton and secure a house to which you and she and my daughter will go, with such servants as may be necessary.
Mr. Carker? You had employed that man, that creature, without a word to me to choose a house in which I am to live?
Mr. Carker is my right hand. As I mentioned to you before, he has my full confidence. Oh. And therefore, madam, I give you warning. If my injunctions to you are not heeded, I shall not hesitate to avail myself of Mr. Carker's services to convey to you, on my behalf, any further remonstrances as to your conduct that I may consider necessary. That is all. Good night.
Wait! For God's sake, I must speak to you.
Well?
Listen. Did I ever tempt you to seek my hand? Did I ever use any art to win you? Was I ever more conciliating to you when you pursued me than I have been since our marriage?
It is wholly unnecessary, madam, to enter upon such discussion.
Did you think I loved you? You know I did not. Did you ever love me? Or even pretend to?
These questions, madam, are all wide of the purpose.
We have not and never had any illusions about our feelings for one another. Since our marriage, you have been arrogant to me, and I have repaid you in kind. Oh, we are a most unhappy pair. But now, before it is too late, I am going to make an appeal to you.
An appeal?
With all the force I have. It is not only ourselves of whom we must think. In the dark end to which we are tending, we may involve others. But if you will promise to forbear on your side, I will promise to forbear on mine. And if there is forbearance and respect on both sides, then perhaps as time goes by...
Madam, I cannot listen to such an extraordinary proposition. I cannot consent to temporize or treat with you.
Go, then. Our first and last confidence is at an end. Nothing can make us stranger to each other than we are henceforth. Good night, sir.
Good night. I have stated my ultimatum, and I request your serious attention to it. On your return from Brighton...
Well, sir?
Your management of my house, madam, has been altogether too extravagant and casual. On your return from Brighton, you shall manage it no more. During your absence, I shall take steps to secure a reliable housekeeper. Good night.
Yes, an unhappy pair indeed. But not more wretched in these days than our poor friend Captain Cuttle, still living on alone at the wooden midshipman. Mr. Toots, indeed, was a frequent visitor, but even him the captain hesitated to trust. Might he not be a spy of Mr. Carker's? His frequent references to Miss Dombey, though seeming to come from the heart, might well have behind them some sinister object. They might be designed to draw him out. But the captain nevertheless had a secret kindness towards Mr. Toots, and while treating him with due caution, had forborne, for the present, to decide against him.
Captain Mr. Cuttle, do you think you could think favourably of that proposition of mine and give me the pleasure of your acquaintance?
Well, my lad, I have been turning that there over.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Upon my word and honour, Captain Gills, I'm greatly in need of a friend.
But you see, matey, I don't know you.
But you never can know me, Captain Gills, if you don't give me the pleasure of your acquaintance.
That's true. Well, my lad, looky here.
Yes, Captain Gills?
You've made certain observations to me Which give me to understand as you admire a certain sweet creature, eh?
Captain Gill's admiration is not the word. If I could be dyed black and be made into Miss Dombey's slave, I should consider it a compliment. If, at the sacrifice of all my property, I could get transmigrated into Miss Dombey's dog, I really think I should never leave off wagging my tail.
My lad, if you are in earnest...
Captain Gills.
Cuttle.
Oh, yes. I'm so dreadfully in earnest. I'm in such a state of mind that if I could swear it upon a hot piece of iron or a live coal...
Well, if you're in earnest, my lad, you're an object of clemency. But this here proposal of yours...
Yes, Captain?
It takes me back a little. And why? Because I hold my own in these here waters and haven't got no consort. Or maybe you don't wish for none.
Consort, Captain Gills?
Friend, companion, visitor. Now steady there. Now, you hailed me first along with a certain young lady as you was charted by.
Miss Dombey, you mean?
Aye, now looky here.
Yes, Captain Gills?
If you and me is to keep company, that there young creature's name must never be named nor referred to.
Oh, dear.
I don't know what harm mayn't have been done by naming it too free afore now. And therefore I brings up short. You make me out pretty clear, matey.
Well, if you'll excuse me, Captain Gills...
Cuttle.
Oh, yes. I don't quite follow you sometimes. But upon my word, it's a hard thing, Captain Gills, not to be able to mention Miss Dombey.
Them is the terms I offer. And if they're hard upon you, as mayhap they are... Give 'em a wide berth, sheer off, and part company cheerily.
Captain Gills, I hardly know how it is, but after what you said when I came here the first time, that Miss Dombey was an angel, which is just what she is, I feel I'd rather think about her in your society than talk about her in anyone else's. Therefore, Captain Gills, if you'll give me the pleasure of your acquaintance, I shall be very happy to accept it on your conditions.
Yeah, my lad, on that understanding, it's a deal. And here's my hand upon it.
Thank ye, Captain Gills.
Cuttle.
Oh, yes. And I'm greatly obliged to you, I'm sure.
And this compact, though demanding from poor Mr. Toots a terrible measure of self-control, had been ever since the basis of their association. But Mr. Toots, of course, still remains Florence's doting shadow. And when he discovers from Susan Nipper that the ladies of Mr. Dombey's household are going to Brighton, he privately decides that a change of air will be good for him also. And great indeed is his affectation of astonishment when he encounters Florence there, taking Diogenes for a walk by the sea.
Miss Dombey, what a small world this is. Fancy my meeting you. How are you? I'm very well, I thank you, very well indeed.
How do you do, Mr. Toots? Diogenes, be quiet. Good dog, good die.
I don't know, Miss Dombey, whether you are walking anywhere in particular.
I am on my way home.
Are you? If you would allow me to accompany you.
Of course, Mr. Toots.
And Florence puts her arm in his, and on they walk together, Mr. Toots's legs absolutely trembling under him from the stress of his emotion. And when, at her door, she gives him her hand in parting, he cannot let it go.
Miss Dombey, I beg your pardon, but if
yes, Mr. Toots?
If you would allow me, if you would not consider it a liberty, Miss Dombey, if you would allow me to
what, Mr. Toots?
To hope.
To hope?
I really am in that state of adoration for you that I don't know what to do with myself. If it wasn't at the corner of the square, I should go down on my knees and beg and entreat you.
Oh, if you please don't. Dear Mr. Toots has a kindness and favour to me. Don't say any more. Oh, pray don't.
I beg your pardon, Miss Dombey.
You have been so good to me. I like you so much. I am sure you are only intending to say goodbye.
Certainly, Miss Dombey. That's exactly what I mean. Goodbye, Miss Dombey. It's of no consequence at all.
Time passes, and old Mrs. Skewton dies at Brighton. Edith and Florence return to London. Mr. Dombey installs Mrs. Pipchin as housekeeper, to the great disgust of that old enemy of hers, Susan Nipper. The relationship between Mr. Dombey and Edith remains unchanged. He is as arrogant, she as haughty and unsubmissive to him as ever. His anger grows, till a morning comes when he rides over to breakfast with Mr. Carker, resolved that the time has come when the threat he had made to Edith shall be carried out.
Good morning, Mr. Dombey. It is an honor indeed that you should visit my humble dwelling.
Thank you, Carker. But this is a very nice place you have.
Oh, well, one can live in it, but in comparison with your house... Mrs. Dombey as well, I trust?
Quite well. Your reference to Mrs. Dombey is opportune, Carker, for it prepares the way for something I wish, nay, truth to tell, have come to say to you before we breakfast.
In connection with Mrs. Dombey, do you mean?
Yes, Carker.
Ah.
Mrs. Dombey and myself, I regret to say, are not quite agreed on some points. We do not understand each other yet. Mrs. Dombey has still something to learn.
Something to learn, sir? A lady of such charm and breeding and devoted to you?
As to her conduct, Mr. Carker. But I will not enlarge on the subject. I will come to the point.
Yes, Mr. Dombey.
Before Mrs. Dombey went to Brighton, I told her that if I was obliged to remonstrate with her again as to her conduct, I should not do so personally, but through you as my confidential agent.
Through me?
Exactly. You will, therefore, if you please, tell Mrs. Dombey, as coming from me, that her behaviour must be corrected, failing which...
Failing which?
I shall be under the disagreeable necessity of making you the bearer of yet more unwelcome and explicit communications. And further, Carker, you will tell her that the excessive devotion she shows to my daughter is disagreeable to me. It is likely to induce people to contrast Mrs. Dombey in her relation towards my daughter with Mrs. Dombey in her relation towards myself.
Most disagreeable.
You will convey all this to her as coming from me?
Certainly, if you wish it. But may I ask you a question?
Well?
Why, Mr. Dombey, why do you choose me as your messenger?
Because I told her I would do so.
But I have not the honour of Mrs. Dombey's good opinion.
Possibly not.
And consequently, your making these communications through me must be particularly unpalatable to her.
I'm not accustomed, Carker, to give close reasons for my conduct. But I will gainsay nothing of this. If you have any objection to found upon it, that is another thing. But I have not supposed, I confess, that any confidence I could entrust you would be likely to degrade you.
I degraded in your service. I will do as you ask, Mr. Dombey, naturally.
Very well. Thank you, Carker.
And then the two men went in to breakfast. After breakfast, they rode off together, both on horseback. Mr. Carker was in capital spirits and talked much. But Mr. Dombey, in his dignity, rode with very long stirrups and a very loose rein, and seldom looked down to see where his horse went, in consequence of which Mr. Dombey's horse, while going at a round trot, stumbled on some loose stones, threw him, rolled over him, and lashing out with his iron-shod feet in his struggles to get up, kicked him.
Mrs. Dombey, Miss Florence, I beg your pardon for intruding in this way, but Mr. Dombey has had an accident.
What? Papa has had an accident? He's badly hurt? He's killed?
No, there is no need, I assure you, for serious alarm. He was thrown from his horse, Mrs. Dombey, and was for a while unconscious.
Unconscious? Oh, Mamma!
But he has now recovered his senses. He is badly cut and bruised, Mrs. Dombey, but no bones are broken.
Oh, Mamma!
Where is he now, Mr. Carker?
He lies, madam, in a public house, close to the scene of the mishap. The surgeon said that this evening, after he has rested for some hours, he may be brought carefully home. If a carriage might be placed at my disposal for that purpose, I have promised Mr. Dombey to bring him back myself when I return from the city.
Very well, sir.
Mamma, if I might go to him now.
I think, Miss Florence, that it would be better not. Further, Mrs. Dombey, I am directed to request that the new housekeeper, Mrs. Pipchin, I think is the name, may be informed that Mr. Dombey wishes to have his bed prepared in his own apartments downstairs, as he prefers those rooms to any other.
Very well. I will tell her.
Thank you. In that case, I will not detain you any longer. Good morning. There is no need for alarm, none at all. Even you, Mrs. Dombey, devoted as you are to him, may be quite at ease. Quite at ease, I assure you.
That evening, Mr. Dombey was brought home suffering and disabled. He retired gloomily to his own rooms, where he was tended only by servants and not approached by his wife. Florence, anxious though she was, did not dare go to him.
Oh, Susan, why should he always turn from me when I love him so much?
Well, Miss Floy, why you should beats me. The way he's treated you all these years, which makes me blood boil, and always has done.
Don't, Susan. I am so anxious about him. Suppose he should die.
Oh, bless me, Miss Floy. There ain't no danger of that. I'd have 6 doctors hovering over him, and there ain't no one hovering but that Mrs. Pipchin and that Mr. Carker.
Is Mr. Carker still here?
Well, I don't know if he's here now, but he has been most of the evening. And nice company he is. If ever he wants a character, don't let him come to me, that's all I can tell him. And as for that Pipchin, she acts on me like early gooseberries, and always did as well, you know.
Yes, I do know. Susan, it's very late. You go to bed. I shall want nothing more tonight.
Oh, Miss Floy, I'm sure I often wish for them old times when I sat up here with you in your room, later than this, and fell asleep through being tired out when you was as broad awake as spectacles.
So you did, often.
But you've your stepmother to come and sit with you now, and though I'm thankful for it, I'm sure I do sometimes wish...
Dear, dear Susan, I shall never forget my old companion when I had none. Never.
Oh, Miss Floy. Miss Floy. Oh, I'm making a fool of myself. I know what. I know you're wretched about your pa. Let me go downstairs and see how he is. I'll knock at his door my own self.
No, no. You go to bed. I shall hear how he is in the morning. It's nearly midnight. You go to bed.
Oh, very well, Miss Floy. Good night, Miss Floy. Darling.
Good night, Susan. Mamma has not been to me tonight. I wonder why. I will go to her, I think, and see if she is still awake. Mamma? Oh,
Florence, you startled me.
Why, Mamma? Whatever is the matter? You are so pale.
I have not been well. I have had bad dreams, my love.
But you are still dressed. How can you have had dreams sitting there by the fire?
Half-waking dreams, Florence. I have dreamed that Oh. But no, I will not tell you my dreams. They are too horrible. Oh, Florence, what misery am I bringing you to?
You, Mamma. You who have always loved me so truly.
Oh, yes, I have loved you and do. But, Florence.
Yes, Mamma?
If in the future I seem to care for you less, if I do not come to your room at nights as I have always done, I want you to know that it will be for your sake, not because I have ceased to love you.
Mamma, I do not understand.
No, and I cannot explain. Only believe that it will be for your sake.
But, Mamma...
No. Do not ask me to explain. Oh, Florence, if only you knew how I despise myself.
Mamma. Oh, Mamma.
Oh, my own. Oh. Now, dearest, you had better leave me now. Good night, Florence.
Good night, Mamma.
And Florence returned to her own room, puzzled and more unhappy than ever. But with the day, up rose Miss Susan Nipper, her mouth set with determination. Long enough she had been witness of Florence's unrequited affection for her father. Long enough, too long, she had seen her suffering under his neglect. Whatever the cost, she would speak to Mr. Dombey.
Come in.
Please, sir. If you please.
Susan Nipper? What do you want?
To speak to you, sir.
To speak to me?
Yes, sir. I've been in your service, sir, now 12 years, awaiting on Miss Floyd, my own young lady. I may not be Methuselah, sir, but I'm not a child in arms.
What in the world?
I take no merit for my service to Miss Floyd, for I love her. And not meaning to speak disrespectful, sir, so ought you. For she's the sweetest, patientest, most dutiful of daughters, and it's a shame and a scandal that you never have.
Woman, leave the room.
Begging your pardon, sir, not till I've said out what I've come to say. Not even if I have to leave the situation.
I shall
All
certainly...
through the years as I've been here, I've seen Miss Floyd trying to win your love. And I say it's time you sat up and took notice and give her the love she deserves in return.
This is monstrous. Intolerable. Is there anyone there? Where are the men? Where are the women? Mrs. Pipchin.
Mrs. Pipchin is taking a snooze, sir. So I took my chance.
How dare you?
Miss Floyd was cruel anxious last night because she knew you were ill, but didn't know how ill, and longed to come to you, and would have done if you hadn't been afeard with your behaving all the time as though you hated the sight of her.
Mrs. Pipchin!
I may not be a peacock, sir, but I have my eyes. You don't know your own daughter, sir.
I've never in my life...
You don't know what you're doing to her. It's a sinful shame, sir. That's what it is, a sinful shame.
Mrs. Pipchin! Mrs. Pipchin!
Yes, Mr. Dombey?
Ah, there you are.
Susan Nipper, what are you doing in here?
Mrs. Pipchin, what is the meaning of this? You are at the head of this household. You know this woman.
I do, sir, and I know little good of her. How dare you come here, you hussy?
Do you call it managing this establishment, madam, to leave a person like this at liberty to come and talk to me?
Mr. Dombey.
A gentleman in his own house, in his own room, assailed with the impertinence of women servants?
I exceedingly deplore it, sir. Nothing could be more irregular. But I regret to say, sir, this young woman is quite beyond control.
If you find people in my service who are beyond control, you know what to do with them, I presume.
I do, sir, and I'll do it. Susan Nipper, a month's notice from this hour.
A month? Huh, I'll go this minute.
Huh?
I've been awaiting on my young lady 12 years, and I won't stop 1 hour under notice from a person owning the name of Mrs. Pipchin.
Oh.
Trust me, Mrs. P.
All I can say to you, young woman, is good riddance to bad rubbish. Get along with you all. Have you carried out?
Huh, I'm going, never fear. My comfort is that I've told a piece of truth today which ought to have been told a long time ago and can't be told too often and too plain. I hope you'll take note of it, Mr. Dombey, sir.
Mrs. Pipchin!
Go along with you, miss.
This minute. I'm going up to my room now to pack my box, and I'll be out of this house before darkness falls. So I wish you goodbye, Mrs. Pipchin.
Oh!
So saying, Miss Nipper made her exit, her head high. But once in her own room, her defences collapsed, and she threw herself on her bed, sobbing as though her heart would break. And there Florence found her, and learned with dismay that her friend and companion of so many years was thus suddenly to leave her.
In Part 6 of Dombey and Son, Mr. Dombey was played by Ralph Truman, Edith Dombey by Elizabeth London, Mr. Toots by Robert Grant, and Florence by Judith Stott. Paul Hansard played Carker, and Norma Griffin, Susan Nipper. The radio adaptation was by H. Oldfield Box, and the production for the BBC by Claire Choville.